Welcome to the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast.
Good morning and welcome to the Ordinary Daily version of the Ordinary Marathoner Podcast. My name is Scott. I'll be your host today. It's April 16th. Got 103 days. I checked yesterday to make sure I was right on that. Yep, it's still good. 103 days until Ironman Lake Placid. And yeah, if you're trying to blink, maybe you can't see the sign. 226 pounds this morning. I don't know. I threw the sign yesterday. If I threw the sign yesterday, I should be throwing it today even further. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I weighed myself twice this morning because I couldn't believe that number. But, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to harp on that too much. I did not have a good workout day yesterday. It was terrible. I had a good plan. I just didn't execute at all. We had no one watching Ellie yesterday, so it was kind of like Stephanie and I kind of tag teaming her. Stephanie's working from home, so it really was me. Well, I don't want to even say that because I don't want to claim credit because she slept a lot too, and I had time. I got up. I think we had plans for yesterday, and this is kind of the way I'm going to frame this without it feeling too bad. Was we had plans for yesterday. We were going to get up and go to the Boston Marathon and watch it, film it, and have a nice day out in Boston. And the weather forecast was just horrible. And yesterday at 4 a.m., we woke up to like crackling thunder, like really loud thunder. And it turned out that across the street from our house, I didn't know this yesterday morning, but across the street from our house, a big tree was hit by lightning. And I knew the thunder was loud in the morning, but yeah, it was probably like 50 feet from my house is where the lightning struck. So, yeah, that tree, we called the fire department because we didn't know what else to do. It's precariously leaning over. I mean, it's destroyed. It's just the tree itself is probably like 50 feet tall and leaning over, and it's just destroyed at the base. And it could, I don't know if it's going to fall on the person's house. I think the house is far enough away. But if the thing, when trees fall, you never know where they're going to fall or how they're going to fall. That thing could like easily roll. There's a hill. It could roll down the hill and go into the street. So we called the fire department. They still haven't come to clean it up. Anyway. So yeah, we had this big storm. And all the forecasts for Boston were how bad it was going to be and how, the rain was going to be terrible. So we bailed on our trip and didn't go. And then the storm didn't make it to Boston. It kind of went around. It turned out to be a decent enough day. We could have went. I'm kind of disappointed. So yeah, that's the way the day was supposed to be. So when we were home, I kind of made the plans to get my workouts in. I got up. We did the podcast yesterday. I lifted. That took about 25, 30 minutes. I lifted. I was supposed to do yoga after. Didn't do it. I went upstairs to watch Ellie for a bit and started watching the Boston Marathon. It's just one of those things. You just sit down and get entranced by the TV. I was supposed to be there. The race was really, I think maybe like one, Boston, New York, they put those on TV. I can watch those all day long. Maybe it's just because I live in kind of like New England. I've lived both in Boston and New York. So it's kind of like neat to see the areas that they run through because they're so familiar to me. I've run New York like 3 times, maybe three times. I sat in front of the TV. I was like, I just couldn't stop watching. And the men's race in particular. I mean, the female race was a blowout. I forget the woman who won, but when I turned it on, she was like already 2.5 minutes ahead, and she never got caught. And then the men's race, incredible. Rare that you see like almost a photo finish at the end. And those guys were going at it. I mean, they were pushing hard. I mean, I can't even imagine running that far and then sprinting that last straightaway. My God. But good for them. It would have been an incredible day to get out to Boston and watch it, but an incredible experience. But unfortunately, we didn't do that. And that's it for my workouts yesterday. I didn't do anything. I didn't do my run. It's just one of those days, I kind of got caught following the whole Notre Dame thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I think that sometimes I feel like as a product of the American education system, here we go. The only way I know about this cathedral, if I was paying attention if I was just paying attention to what I was being taught or how I lived my life, the only way I'd know about this cathedral is by its namesakes of a movie called Hunchback of Notre Dame and a football team based out of South Bend, Indiana. But the history behind this cathedral, when you think about it, I think it was built I think I saw 1163, and it took like 150 years from then to finish. So, if you start to finish 12th century to 14th century, I mean, Columbus isn't even born yet. American history, as we know it, hasn't even begun. The Paris Marathon was this past weekend, to relate it somehow to running, I guess, but I don't know. But you think about the history, and you think about how that building was very likely the entire skyline of Paris. And, now it's probably just, and I've never been to Paris, so I don't know, but I'm sure it's still majestic in its own way and its own, just the history alone. But to lose something like that and to actually visit it, if you visited it and look at it and kind of try to comprehend what it must have been like to see it and experience it in 1163, well, it wasn't finished in, let's say 14th century. And all the years that have gone from then until now, until God knows what, and I haven't even seen, they said there was construction or whatever. They said it, probably not terrorism, I guess, but something lit that thing on fire. It's, you watch it, and I think everyone's just so entranced by the loss of history, and people who have been there and seen it, just sort of in shock, to lose it like that. And man, who knows? I don't know. It's just very sad. Very sad. And when you kind of put things in perspective like that, it's like, geez, it's just sad to lose something like that with the history behind it. And who knows why, especially without kind of having a real reason. So yeah, I don't know, getting back to the task at hand here. 103 days. I'm not going to lament yesterday. This weight, I don't know what the hell that's all about, but I did lift. I feel strong. I actually woke up this morning. I'm like, wow, I feel good. I feel strong. I feel, I think my upper body's still kind of like tight from the workout yesterday, even though it was 25 minutes to 30 minutes. It feels good, like good tight. I still feel really good about my bike ride on Sunday. We've put the video out about the Ordinary Marathon, got a bunch of new entries. So check that out. We sent out our newsletter. We sent that out yesterday. If you're not part of the newsletter, go to ordinarymarathoner.com, add your name and email address to that page on the top right. And again, we don't send a lot of stuff. Like I send something out and like 3 or 4 people, we get the report about who unsubscribes. There's nothing more defeating. I always feel like defeated when I get the unsubscribe. Like 3 people unsubscribed. One of them I know pretty well. It's kind of weird. But I understand you got to clean your email. I have, you guys, you OCD people out there. If you saw my email, yeah, I'm one of these people. 44,700 unopened emails. I just let it go. I'm kind of like that person that just lets it go. And there's 2 of us, right? 2 kinds of people. Is the people that have like tons and tons of emails, and there are people that just, they can't have one without freaking out. So, and I get that. So I understand the removing from the unsubscribe from our list, but, yeah, we try not to bother you guys. We just try to send it out when it's pertinent. We did make the video. I got a lot of great comments on the video, which is good because, I'm just a guy in my basement. I figured all this stuff out myself. I'm not like a film school student or nothing. I don't know if it's the best quality, but I got a number of comments back saying that the video was actually pretty cool, pretty entertaining. I was kind of able to weave both my daughters into a contributing part into it. So that was pretty cool. What else we got today? So yeah, I mean, today's workout. So Stephanie's going to New York for the next like 3 days. It's really going to be pressing me for time. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I will figure it out somehow. I think I'm for the next 3 days, I'm on like a 1 workout per day schedule. So I hopefully can squeeze the lifting and the yoga in the morning and then do 1 workout while someone's watching Ellie. And that's going to be it. Because when I get home, I'm on dad duty for the next, for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I think we might, I should do a swim, bike, and a run, I guess, but I don't even know. And again, this is poor planning, I guess. But I might even just cancel the swim. I feel like I need to run. I really need to run. So maybe I'll do a run, a bike, a run. Again, also when I think of that, I want to check the weather. 62 degrees tomorrow. That's a good bike day. Let's get out for the bike today. We'll do the bike tomorrow. So yeah, so there's the plan. So today we're going to get a run in. I'm probably going to do a little, I want to, if depending on how much time I have, I got to get something at least medium distance, like 7, 8, 9, 10 miles, somewhere around there. So we're going to get that done today. So today's plan is we're going to post this podcast. We're going to do yoga. Well, actually, we're going to lift, and then we're going to do yoga, and then settle the morning. By noon, I'm going to get out and do my run. And then I actually got an appointment. I got an appointment at 2:30 too. I got a meeting. Exciting meeting, actually. I can't even share it with you, but hopefully it leads to something. And tomorrow we'll do the same thing, and then we'll do a bike, and then Thursday we'll go back and do another run. I think that's a good plan. And then Stephanie will be back on Thursday night, and I'll be able to kind of get my weekend done. It's a good plan. So that's it. That's how I kind of see making my plans on the fly. Sometimes you got to do it that way, because I didn't really know what my schedule was going to be like. I didn't know I was going to be stuck home yesterday, that we weren't going to Boston. I didn't know a lot of things. So, you got to kind of figure it out on the fly. And I think we're doing a decent enough job at that. 103 days. 103 days. It's going to go by really, really fast. So, got to be on it. And, still like sitting there thinking in my mind, watching this cathedral burn. It's just so sad. So sad. All the history. Crazy. Anyway, that's it for today, I guess. We're working on a video. When I did my bike ride on Saturday, Laura and I started on one end of the trail, and we rode 32 miles. I brought my GoPro. I actually got the trail from the first 32 miles, from the start to the end. Did a little time-lapse video. Came out really good. I wasn't even really planning on releasing it and doing anything with it, but I got the tip to tip of the trail. So I think I'm just going to release it, and I'm going to send it to the trail people, and see if if they're interested in it and just using it. I'll probably just throw a soundtrack on it. I don't know if I'm going to actually voice over it, but, maybe I will. It's a 30-minute video, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk to myself for 30 minutes. I don't even think I have 30 minutes to spare today. But yeah, I kind of like watching those videos anyway. For some reason, like I watch other people's kind of time lapses of their workouts and their videos, and I can watch those things all day long. It's just the rolling scenery and all that stuff. For some reason, I can watch them all day. I did strip out our bathroom breaks. I think there were 2 of them, and I just did remove. No one needs to see anyone walking into a porta-john. No one needs to see that. So we took those out. It's a pretty cool video. I don't know. I kind of liked it. I kind of like putting it together. So I'll probably get that out tonight. We'll see how that works. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys got a good day planned. Stay productive. Don't be like me yesterday. Don't put everything off and then wind up not doing anything. And and then waking up and seeing your weight is up like 4 pounds in one day. God knows what that is. I didn't even think I really ate that bad yesterday. It could have been the hangover from Game of Thrones. I ate a lot of salty food. I made chili yesterday, and I wasn't even really going to make chili. I just did, and I oversalted it. It's really bad. So that could be part of this weight too. So we'll see. Over the next, you average this stuff out over it all works itself out. So we'll see how it goes. And I think I just said we'll see like 3 times in a row. That's great podcasting. Anyway, get going, guys. Have a good day. Get your work in. Remember, every day is an ordinary day. It takes you to make it extraordinary. So get after it.
Remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel.